Hello and welcome to Todd Rolls Dice for what could be the last recording of 2024. I might do something tomorrow, we'll see, who knows. But that's not the point, is it? It's time for another Sunday preview. So this is Sunday, 29th of December, which means everything in here, unless it states otherwise, will be going up for pre-order on Saturday the 4th of January, for release on the 18th of January. So already we're halfway through January with these pre-orders. And just judging by the scroll bar there, it looks like this is going to be a big one. So how about we have a look? The Orruk Warclans are ready to unleash their war. Last Sunday preview of the year. 2025 is off to a bang with a grand war. Amassing in the mortal realms, the Orruk clans are limbering up in preparation for getting even more brutal and cunning than ever before. Nice, so we're getting some Sigmar stuff. Battle Tome, Orruk Warclans. They're all 128 pages. They're obviously very strict on the page limit for these, because the Slaves to Darkness one was 128 pages. And I've just picked up the Stormcast Eternals one, and I don't know how many pages that is, but that's probably about 128 pages. So they're obviously very restrictive. But Battle Tome Orruks with the hardback edition, the standard usual hardback edition, plus the Gamer edition. I'm going to have a video coming out about the Gamer editions because I did buy the Slaves to Darkness Gamer edition. There's the little A5 book, softback book, and the cards included. Obviously you're paying for it, but we'll do a video on that because I found it actually really interesting just to see what's in a Gamer edition. It's the same stuff, but it's how it's packaged, and the size difference was the big thing for me. But yeah, so that's all coming out. There's a total of 16 War Scrolls for Iron Jaws and 17 for Cruel Boys. So they are all Iron Jaws and Cruel Boys included in this book. I thought they were spinning out the Cruel Boys, but obviously not. You also get the brand new Spearhead, the Iron Jaws Big Mob rules, which is good, and a couple of Army of Renowns. Very, very nice. The Hobgrot Slitter Boss is also coming. Yeah, I remember them showing these off actually. It's such a weird model. I think he's a very characterful model. It's just that he's skirting that element of fantasy design that I love, but I also hate. It's weird. It's very weird. But the new Hobgrot leader is coming out. The Boss Rock Tower, which also builds the Scaregob Totem. You can see both options there. That's their terrain for this edition of AOS. That's coming. The Orruk Manifestations, these are cool. I do really like these. I think they'll be popular. I don't know, for some reason I think Orruks are quite a popular warband. Yeah. And then the Iron Jaws Big Mob, which is the brand new Spearhead with all the yellow. These are all pretty cool models as well, actually. That's quite a nice Spearhead. What have we got in it? We've got the Big Mob Boss, Mega Boss there with 3 Brute Rages, which is these guys here with the shirts off, or the chest plates off, whatever. And then 10 Ad Boys, because you always need 10 Ad Boys on your fancy quest. I think that's pretty good. I haven't seen their rules yet. I'm sure we'll be getting a bit of a deep dive on that over the next week or so. But yeah, really cool models, and there's just something about Orcs and Orruks and just their crazy way. They're sculpted so well. I think that'll be quite popular. There's also the Killer Boss with a Stab Grot and the Swamp Caller Shaman with a Pot Grot, everybody's favourite little Pot Grot. I quite like the Stab Grot with his shield. I like that he's trying to mirror the Killer Boss. I just think it's just a cool little miniature. But these guys were out in the Dominion box set. They've finally been, first time since the release of the Dominion box set, which is what, over 3 years ago now. Wow, that's quite a long wait for these guys. But they are coming. I wouldn't want to guess what price these will be. And they will probably be push fit. Does it say? It doesn't say. But I have a feeling if they're coming from the Dominion box, they'll be push fit models. And the War Scrolls, obviously. If you want the cards will be coming. The Path to Glory Ravaged Coast book. I really want this. And it's got Dark Oath on the front, so how can it be bad? The ravaged coast of Akshi is the frontier of the Skaven invasion into the realm of fire, and the stage for ravaging battles between vast armies led by powerful champions. Path to Glory Ravaged Coast is the first narrative expansion for the new edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. It's 88 pages, only 88, that's 40 pages too few, they've not hit the quota. Are filled with new background on the war in Akshi and the rush to gather precious Emberstone. 10 new paths for your heroes to ascend, and 6 for your units plus 12 battle plans. It also contains rules for forging your own bespoke Emberstone weapons for your Path to Glory heroes, as well as universal enhancements, lore, and regiments of renown for the Ravaged Coast Path to Glory Battle Pack. I love the sound of all of that. Really glad that this is coming, and this will be a day one pickup. So that should be good. Moving on to the next fantasy game, Blood Bowl. Spike presents the 2024 Almanac, which will be a collection of all of the rules of all of the crazy characters that came out. It is also available in an EPUB version. It says next week. Oh, you'll be able to pre-order next week, yeah. So this is Spike Journals 16, 17, 18 alongside new star player rules. It doesn't actually tell you the star players, but the guys below will be in it. So Hanky Panky, we've seen him, really cool model. I really do like that model. I think you could do a lot with that. Was this like September when they revealed it? They are so far behind. But then we probably haven't had any Blood Bowl stuff, so yeah, Hanky Panky is coming. And Guffle Pussma, I forgot about him, he's gross, isn't he? What a gross model. Jeremiah Cool returns, and oh god, there's more. Rashnak Backstabber has quite a cool little goblin look. Is he a goblin or is he a grot? Chaos Dwarf teams employ hobgoblins. Wow. Real multicultural. That's a cool model. I don't think I've seen that before. Androwana Forestfoot with the elk and all the, yeah. I remember seeing her as well. Again, nice model. Next, over to Mini Heresy. You have got your Mechanicum Battle Automata box with the Mechanicum inventory as well. And tanks. I'm happily going to skip over Mini Heresy because it doesn't interest me. Sorry guys. The Necron, the Seraptech Heavy Construct with Synaptic Obliterators. This isn't new, is it? Rising Agile thing with its scuttering insectile form. It canters across the battlefield, firing synaptic obliterators and trans-dimensional projectors. Made of resin, and the rules are available to download from WarCom. Is that new? Is it not just a rebox? It doesn't say. I'm not familiar with the Necron, I'm even less familiar with the Forge World stuff, but big old resin Necron tank, I bet that's a joy to build. White Dwarf 508, the Siege of Lethis. I've just picked up a new White Dwarf actually, which is Siege of Lethis as well, so I'm probably going to have to pick this up. Kill team player versus environment missions, very nice. Underworld's battle report, and painting tank camouflage and old world dwarves. Over to Black Library, the Primarch's collection, Visions of Glory and Despair. This is the Heresy pictures. Passport pictures of all the Primarchs, isn't it? So this is a book that brings together artwork of all 18 known Primarchs, including one piece of the Emperor in all his resplendent glory, and one piece of Horus Lupercal in his traitorous guise as War Master. So 20 prints, A3. Is that it? It's just a box of prints. It's not even a book. I guess it's nice, and they'll be nicely printed, so. And over onto Warhammer Plus. Content falls on New Year's Day, so it's going back to its Wednesday release after Christmas. What have we got? The second episode of Arena of Death, this time with Horus Heresy Primarchs by the looks of it. Lore Masters on the Loon King, and how to paint food. Yeah, just learn how to paint food. It looks good, don't get me wrong, but I can think of a billion other things that they could have done. It's a bit of fun, it's New Year. Let's let them off. At least they're putting videos out. Next week on WarCom, we'll be taking a closer look at the Path to Glory Ravaged Coast. I'll be covering that on the channel. Revealing the miniatures of the year, that might be fun. And finding out more about Battletome Orruk Warclans. And everything is delayed in Australia, New Zealand, and China and Japan for some of them. Yeah, highlight of the week for me, abso-friggin-lutely Ravaged Coast. Just for the narrative stuff. I've just finished an AOS audiobook, Prince Mesa, which is... it's about an elf, which is a weird one for me because I don't love elves. Amazing book. I think it's Guy Haley. Absolutely incredible. Some really cool characters, really cool story moments, and an amazing twist at the end that I did not see coming. Really, really, really well done. I'm just in an AOS mood at the minute. I've just built an AOS model. I will be making a video tomorrow because I've got a video to do of the model I've just made. So we'll have a sprue view coming tomorrow on here. We'll have some other bits and bobs. New stuff is turning up. I'm waiting on a delivery for some bits for the channel. So we're looking at hopefully end of January I'll be able to do some battle reports. I'm not saying they'll be good, but if everything goes well, touch wood, we'll actually be starting to move this stuff forward, and I would like to think hopefully we would have had one out. Stick around for that. As always, this week we're going to be covering the WarCom articles and things as they pop. Let me know what you think of all the fancy new things coming up for pre-order. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.